say you love me, but
the biggest volcanic eruption in the last 2.1 million years. 2017.9 million years ago, a supervolcano named Yellowstone erupted with a force unlike anyone has ever witnessed, burying 3 states in the Pacific Northwest: Montana, Idaho, and Wyoming, beneath a full kilometer of all that volcanic stuff. Let alone people needing to evacuate. And if the people didn't evacuate, they would most likely be killed. And that's exactly what Yellowstone did in its eruption. But just because it erupted in the past doesn't mean it's going to erupt today. But what would happen if a supervolcanic eruption happened again? Well, to be honest, it won't be pretty. Not even if you have a red dress on. So, what's a supervolcano? A supervolcano is basically a volcano that is really, really, really big and has a really powerful eruption that can spew like 1,000 cubic kilometers of ash straight up into the stratosphere, not to mention blocking out the sun and causing a volcanic winter that can last up to a couple of decades. Kind of like the Toba super eruption that occurred in 73,000 BC. But that's for another story. We're focusing on the Yellowstone part here, ladies and gentlemen. But what would happen if it did erupt, but you were very close to it? What would happen then? Well, you would most likely be fried like a bunch of turkeys. And if you don't know what I mean, then that means you're dead. You're pretty much dead. Because there will be zero chance of survival if you live close to that. But what if you're living in another country, for example, here? Well, it most likely not affect you. But climate change would definitely get the big hit. And if you know what I mean, if you don't know what I mean, then climate change has been happening for like a couple of I would say like a couple of decades now. Ice is melting and the sun's getting hotter. Things are really starting to change in this world. So don't try to build your own underground bunker just yet. It will be very unlikely that this will happen. Like 1 out of 3 billion chance. Like winning the lottery. Hey, Mom, do you agree with me on this one?
No.
But what would happen if we got wrong? What if we got unlucky? Well, we would be screwed up our butts. And if you don't know what I mean, then if Yellowstone erupts, then yeah, pretty much all of the continents, including Antarctica, will get a volcanic winter. Actually, yeah. But like I said, Montana, Idaho, and Wyoming will get completely buried with total destruction. And all the part of the United States, except for southern Texas and Florida, will be buried, will be like covered with all the ash. And even in Canada as well, the southern portion at least, even the northern portion of Mexico would get affected by that. But what if let's say, like, what if you're on an island, just chilling, like not even a single care in the world, and if Yellowstone erupted? Well, although you might not get the effects, yes, but you're still screwed right there. No matter how far you move away, you're still pretty much screwed, because super volcanoes like Yellowstone, like I said before, erupt with a really strong force that can block out the sun and really cause decades of volcanic winter. Like, it includes chunks of lava raining down, acid rain, etc. And that's not pretty. That's definitely not. Don't think it's pretty, ladies and gentlemen, because it's not. But what if you live really far away? Well, even though you think you're safe, you're actually not. The Yellowstone super eruption is something like we haven't even seen before, like I said at the beginning. Because Yellowstone is basically one of those volcanoes that legit tries to destroy the world. and all 1,500 volcanoes are getting really, really close to doing exactly that. I'll explain the rest of the information once we depart Big W. Okay guys, I know that we're not out of the shopping center just yet, but like I said, I'm going to still explain to you the rest of the information about the Yellowstone super eruption. It's one of the most questioned volcanoes of what happens if a super volcanic eruption happens again. When you might be thinking, it's like Toba. Well, unlike Toba, Yellowstone is way more powerful. Because you don't really want to mess with this thing. It releases invisible gases that are even deadlier than sulfur dioxide released out of the volcano. But would the human race even survive the volcanic eruption? Well, I would say maybe, maybe not. I don't know, but still. This volcano is still dangerous, ladies and gentlemen. Just because it's very unlikely to erupt doesn't mean it'll never erupt again. Because it's not extinct, it's actually alive. Because you might never know, because all the pressure, like Toba, it all builds up until it goes completely bonkers. Yup, goes kaboom, like literally bang the nuts out of it, if you know. You might be thinking it's disgusting, but it's true. Like Yellowstone, like Toba and Torpo and all those other super volcanoes, Yellowstone would literally destroy the entire top, giving it the name of the Yellowstone caldera. And I can't imagine if it erupts again, because guess what? If it erupts again, then all that's left would just be complete nothing. Nothing would be left but debris because of the very powerful eruption. Like Toba. So before you all freak out and go into your underground bunkers, it'd be very unlikely this will happen. Like 1 in 3 billion. But yeah, but before I end this video, you guys might be like, Alex, it's called lava. Make up your mind. Well, actually, you're right there, but it's not called lava on the inside. It's called magma on the inside, but on the outside is lava. So you guys might be literally spamming the comments of, what's the big difference? Well, I don't really know about that, but I can tell you a bit of the information. Well, Mr. DeMeo usually knows all about that stuff. The link for his video will be in the description below. So, yeah. Magma can reach like approximately 2,000 degrees Celsius. Meanwhile, lava can reach up to magma can get up to 8. Like, let's say you're in a hot tub. That would be like, magma actually. It's like 800 degrees Celsius inside, but lava, when it leaks out, it's like 1,000 degrees. Like those Hawaiian volcanoes, they really rain down like lava from literally the mountainside. But super volcanoes are very different. They literally just blow off their top, rain down on all cities, and not all of them actually, but still, let's say that, and you're pretty much screwed. So, yeah, but it will be very unlikely this will happen.
So what do you want, McDonald's?
Yeah. Anyways, guys, feel free to come back every weekend at 10 a.m. French time for a brand new video like this. And I'll see you all in the next one.
I'm so in love with you.